I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drinks, smoke, eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drink, smoke, eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Yeah. There we go. We are live with episode 3 of season 3 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. Thank you, everybody here, for tuning in. We are live every Tuesday at 9 o'clock on the wonderful houseboat Tommy Lee Jones. And today we have a very special episode in store for you. Because it's my 33rd birthday. I'm turning 33. Yeah. Go fuck myself, right? Go fuck myself on that. I'm 33. It shouldn't be a big deal anymore. Shouldn't be. But it's the year of Jesus, so that's a big deal. 27 I really like because that was the year I thought I was going to die. Because I was, a very self-centered type of person. Not a type of person that would name a show after themselves and then talk about themselves on the show and then sing all of the songs on the show. Not that type of person. A very self-centered person.
Definitely.
I used to be.
The complete opposite of that person.
Yeah, not that person anymore. And I threw this big fucking party back at Richards when I turned 27, and then 30 was huge, and we had a great party here when I turned 30.
Like I was telling you earlier, I have had people say that they wish they were here for
yeah, that was a nutso performance on all of our parts.
Yeah.
We had like a 5-gallon Long Island iced tea. We refilled like 6 times.
Yep.
I think we went through not even joking, probably like 6 cases of beer, a keg of beer.
Yep.
A half barrel, not like a full.
I puked 6 times before midnight.
I fell asleep 3 times before
6
midnight.
times.
It was a good party, but this is what we're doing for 33. Yeah, and I could figure no better way to spend my 33rd birthday, the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 33. Than spending it with Mr. Justin Olimpado here.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you.
Glad to be here.
We had a great day today.
House.
We discovered a really cool restaurant today, Grill House.
Yeah,
right
go
over,
check it out.
If you guys know the local area for the Poconos in Bartonsville, where like the Red Lobster is and the East Gourmet Buffet is, right next to that, there's a little print shop that my buddy Danny owns, and then your friend, what was his name again?
It's a
hard name to pronounce.
I don't actually remember.
It's a hard name to pronounce.
Everybody else in his family, like his dad is named Bob.
But everybody has an Americanized name.
Yeah. Except for him. I don't know.
It was
like
Iman or something very, very, very.
But he was
Remind me of that later.
Yeah, we'll
but
remind
three of them. It was him, his brother, and his father were dishwashers.
And so he said he and his mom opened this place up, and it's fucking amazing. We were going there to go to China Buffet, and we literally walked by the door. The guy goes, "Justin, come in. I want to have you taste some of my food." And we had a bunch of lamb.
Dude,
we had
the lamb was
fucking
killer. The rice was killer.
The rice was so good. definitely, as you said, like a curried rice. So
Yeah.
if you're in the area and you like
Check it out. It's
Mediterranean
really
style
good.
food, definitely go check out Grill House. Not an
I mean,
official
Zach had some
sponsor.
of the baba ganoush.
Oh, did you like the
At
baba
the Baba
ganoush?
Ganoush, you want to have the falafel.
Oh, the
Yeah, it is.
falafel is
Falafel-later.
phenomenal.
I'll
It's a
have the
phenomenal
falafel. Put it
falafel.
in the fridge.
A phenomenal falafel.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, I'm joined here by Justin Olimpedo and also Mr. Zachary
Tree glasses.
Tree Glasses Stormin.
Only got two.
No,
Shit.
Tree. He's got one in his
in
table over there that's full of
Tree.
fucking booze. It's Zachary Tree Glass.
2 tree.
Yeah, two Tree.
Happy Kyle birthday, Mocha won't falafel up.
I like that name. That's the
Falafel.
new
Falafel
name of the
up.
show.
Falafel down.
Kyle birthday
I
Mocha
falafel my
won't
falafel
falafel
all
up.
around the fucking town.
Oh yeah.
Falafel up.
Falafel down.
I falafel this shit till my shit is in the
Falafel.
ground.
And we are also joined by a very wonderful old friend of mine, Mr. Chef Micah Harrison.
Chef.
Welcome.
Oh, it's your Instagram. Chef underscore Micah underscore
very
Harrison.
nice.
Round of applause. You get a round of applause. You will be seeing him on camera a little bit later on where he
I
tells...
insisted on that.
Yes.
Yep.
We need to
was
build
in his
the
contract.
suspense.
Yep.
He talked to our people. He checked out our cute little show and
It's
all of
very
that.
nice.
Neon
very
green
nice.
M&Ms for some reason.
Kyle, obviously. And
Kyle,
whatever
yes.
your names
It's
are.
Oh, yes.
Justin
I am
and Jack.
Justin, yes.
Oh, Justin and
Jay.
Zach.
Jay and
There we
Z.
go.
That's right.
J and Z.
No, but very, very cool show, yes.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But every
He's right.
It is a cool
is.
show.
it's a very cool show.
Not what I was thinking.
I tried to help you.
All right, so every week we come together, and one thing that we always really like to do is drink a couple of beers.
Oh, lovely.
Do we?
I think we do.
You're right. We do.
Not always.
Not always, but we do. Booze. Actually.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, we are drinking beer.
We are drinking beer.
Playing it twice. Playing it twice. Playing it twice. God, twice is nice. Twice is nice. Twice.
What are we drinking?
Playing it twice.
Drinking twice.
Drinking twice.
We're drinking Rolling Rock
Drinking
over here
twice.
tonight.
Oh, goddamn.
Now I will say Rolling Rock's not an adventurous beer to try to taste,
How dare you.
but it is a Pennsylvanian legacy.
I'm on an adventure.
And the wonderful thing about Rolling Rock is if you look at the back.
Put your Rolling Rocks up for a second.
All right.
Towards.
Put them up.
Can't
yeah.
see me, but I'm doing
Put
it
it in
too.
the middle of the diamond up there, Kyle. Put in
Oh, because
that's
the green
close.
screen.
Yeah,
That's close.
Yeah, look at
Very
that.
close.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the lesson we get for drinking green beer.
Ah,
Look at that.
Fire.
yeah,
That's
it's on
fucking
fire.
awesome. That is fucking awesome. So Rolling Rock, as I said, in addition to being a Pennsylvanian legacy, it is, for whatever reason, and it's kind of like how Jack Daniel's
the
Old Number
glass
7,
like
no one knows why it was called Old Number 7.
Right.
There's a 33 on the bottle for Rolling Rock. It's my 33rd
Yeah.
birthday. It's season 3, episode 3. There's a lot of threes happening right here
Yeah, it
and
makes
now.
sense.
It's all
Holy
connected.
shit, except there's 4 of us.
Oh my God! So by the end of this
I don't
episode,
count.
Somebody needs
one
to
of
die.
us will die. By the end of this
Oh,
episode,
I hope
The
it's
murder
me.
mystery episode.
that's how we retain viewers, right there. That is how we retain
Who will
viewers.
survive?
But Rolling Rock, I mean, it's our go-to light beer. If I go
is, man.
into any
Having
bar,
lunch.
and I don't know what I want to drink, I'll just get a Rolling Rock. When I started working at the Cinder, it was really weird. Every bartender's go-to beer was just Rolling Rock. So, hey, it's my birthday. We're going to drink something that we're comfortable with because
Yeah.
next week we're going to be drinking some
Oh,
terrible,
man.
terrible
It's gonna be
tasting
bad.
sodas.
Bad,
and we
bad
need to
news.
treat
I was supposed
ourselves.
to get drunk on
Also,
them, though.
Rich figured out the dilemma between 4 guys. It says 4 guys, 3 dicks.
3 dicks. 4 guys.
He's referring
3
to
dicks.
me.
I think you count as
Richard
2
Blackmore?
dicks.
He's referring to me.
You count at least as 2 dicks, I believe.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Rolling Rock
sir.
was my first beer.
Your first
Ever
beer was Rolling Rock.
Was Rolling Rock.
Really?
Absolutely.
My first beer was Yingling, and I tasted it and went, it tastes like apples. I thought it tasted like apples.
That's so sweet.
It's so sweet and naive. Never knew how much it would ruin my life. That good old Yingling. But yeah, so we're drinking that, but we are also drinking
have a lighter?
some bourbon. Yes, I do. We have some bourbon, and we have some tequila up and over. There you go.
Yeah.
And the bourbon, Micah, you can read the bottle from there, right? It's
I
called
can read the bottle from
Redemption, right? Redemption. So the Redemption bourbon is, we've already gone through half a bottle of it before going on
it is
air.
right here.
It is a pre-Prohibition era style bourbon with it's corn and rye, correct?
The good stuff.
There we go. Justin's showing us there for you.
dude.
Keep
There you go.
whispering, Justin.
It is delicious.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
There's a warning label. There you go.
Yes. Oh, we got a Mark Slacky joining us in the room as well, saying happy birthday to me. Thank you very much, Mr. Slacky. We are also drinking, I think it's called Tres Altos Tequila.
Yeah, that's what I
Tres
actually have
Altos
in my
Tequila.
glass right now.
That's what I have in my glass as well, and on my glass I have the cellophane from a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, all right.
And now it's on the floor.
And now it's on the floor where Zach will
This
clean it up
guy
tomorrow.
litters.
Hey, I can't litter on something that was built. You can't.
I thought you said you can't
That's a
litter
whole
on
other
trash
discussion.
already.
It's a whole other discussion.
Whole other discussion.
You can't. But we are drinking. So we're drinking some good pacing beer along with some high octane booze tonight. So stay tuned to the end and see which one of us dies.
Pacing and full throttle.
Pacing and full throttle. This is what we're doing here.
1 foot on the gas.
We are
One
literally
your
the
ass.
podcast version of a Fast and Furious movie, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I
It
can
is
deal with it.
perfectly wonderfully paced and full throttle. That's why it's not a triple X movie. If it was a triple X movie, it would just be full throttle
It
and
would
not
just be
perfectly.
me.
Pace.
And
Not
you'd never know who
perfectly
your
paced.
leading
So,
man was.
Oh my God, which one are we with? Was it Ice Cube or is it Vin Diesel? Now he's back. Oh
People
my
still get
Lord.
confused. It's not that confusing.
It's really not.
The first one is Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
The second one is Cube.
Because Vin Diesel had and
There is a
then
third
Ice
one.
Cube came
Yeah.
or sorry, Vin
Who is
Diesel
the third one,
came back.
though?
Vin Diesel came back.
It's Vin
Yeah,
Diesel
he did.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that. He did
It's
that.
a Vin Diesel
I
sandwich.
gotta say,
around an ice cube.
I am very, very, very excited. I know I've talked about it a little bit on the show in the past, but Hobbs and Shaw comes out August 3rd or 4th, whatever that Friday
Although-
is. It looks so goddamn horribly, badly amazing.
Well, here's my
It
my
looks
fear
so
on it now.
fucking perfect.
As bad as fucking Men in Black, the new Men in Black movie is done.
oh, that's
it
going to
makes-
bomb. You think that's going to
Well,
bomb?
we were
Really?
talking about it yesterday with Mikey. It's bombing.
Oh, no. I mean, that's bombing. Do you think that the Hobbs and
No, I
Shaw
don't
is
think
going to
that
bomb?
it is, but
Okay.
I think
I was gonna say,
it's just that one
I
project
think that
had
one's
to
going to
fail.
be literally a bomb in the way that it's going to destroy records because it is so internationally accessible because it's the
Well, they're not
Fast and
doing
the
any more
Furious
Expendables,
franchise.
right?
I don't. Maybe.
Are they
Good
still doing
question.
it?
Good
I don't
question.
know.
They're doing not. Yeah, they're doing a new one. They just
Really?
announced it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, last week my
9,
conspiracy
10,
theory did
11. It's like
say that they
Final
were going to be
Fantasy.
making with
I think it's 4,
Statham's
but sure.
grandchildren in 2075.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that might be. But either way, Hobbs and Shaw is going to be fucking.
It's gonna be fun.
Wall to
It's gonna be
wall
a fun,
action stupidity
Yeah.
one-liners.
Yep.
I remember Micah and I think Dave was with Dzamba was with
Oh,
us.
wow.
We went and saw the first one when it was just like Fast and Furious, one of those
Yep.
Yeah.
when it became the new guy that's running it, and Vin Diesel blows through the side of the mountain, lands his car, and just goes, fucking pussies, and just keeps driving. And all three of us were like, I don't know why we're here, but I think that was it. I think that was the reason we showed up at this theater today. It was fucking phenomenal. So I'm really excited for that. But I'm really also very excited to tell you guys some very well scripted jokes.
Oh, yes.
Jokes and anecdotes. Jokes and anecdotes. Jokes and anecdotes. I'm gonna tell some jokes to you.
Makes for wanna ride a horse.
All right. There you go. It's
I
done.
fucked it up on the other
You
one,
figured
so
it
we're
out?
good,
You
yeah.
figured it out.
Yeah,
We're good.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So this is the part of the show where I like to write some jokes and never really any anecdotes. It just worked for the theme song, really.
Yeah.
I have a huge love for Conan O'Brien, David Letterman, but most importantly Norm Macdonald, as I've said in the past. And my favorite types of jokes are always dad, dark, and dumb. The 3 Ds, the most important Ds besides mine.
That's what I look for in a man.
Dad, dark, and you want a dumb, dark dad in a man? That's what you want?
I was
All right.
hoping you would do this segment.
all
I
right.
was truly hoping you would.
Always going to do this segment.
Yes.
So if you're a dad, dumb, dark person, Zach might want to date you. Anyway, let's go into my jokes for the week.
All right.
So last week, Universal Music Group released a complete list of the musical artists whose original tapes were lost in a 2008 storage facility fire. 2008, this huge fire happened, and it destroyed thousands and hundreds of thousands of tapes, and they never really released exactly what happened. So what they finally came out and said is over 500,000 songs were destroyed. Original master recordings for bands like the Eagles, you had Tom Petty, Nirvana,
Pretty crazy the amount of
Aretha
artists that were actually
Franklin,
unloaded.
Sammy Davis Jr., all of these people. It was fucking terrible, but luckily they did lose some whole records. Sadly, Courtney wasn't in the fire, though. She's still kicking somehow.
Am I the
Still-
only one who likes a handful of rap songs? I guess I am. So,
I like a handful in a hole, but not a handful of whole songs.
I got a handful of hole and I'm ready to go.
That should be their greatest hits album. It's 4 songs called A Handful of Hole. Of a Hole.
Rich says Nicole loves Hole.
You know what?
She would.
She would, exactly. Yeah, she would. She would. Because she's
That's
a lady
not-
that
don't
likes
take that
punk rock.
in a mean
She's a
way.
lady that likes punk rock,
I like
and that is
Hole.
somebody in that avenue that you can look up to. But she paid to have her husband killed. Either way, second joke.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy. Side note, I actually wrote my senior paper on the conspiracy behind his death.
Really?
So I know way too much. I failed it because I said Rohypnol too many times, and that was not allowed. They were okay with me saying heroin that much, though. But Rohypnol, terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
All right, joke number two. The infamous Amanda Knox, who was famously acquitted of murder charges in Italy for the 2011 death of Meredith Kircher. You might have seen the documentary about her on Netflix. She has recently returned to Italy for a speaking event centered on the wrongfully accused. She went with her fiancé, and her fiancé claims that the trip will be different, stating, yeah, this time she isn't going to murder anybody.
I don't get it.
She might have murdered somebody.
I don't know who she is.
She might be a murderer. If not, she was a college student that lived in Italy for a while.
For quite the
I
time.
ain't
Quite a
never
time.
heard
Whether
of
she
this
wanted
lady.
to or not.
She stayed for an extended period of time that she was not ready for.
Yeah.
All right, so in local news, the Pocono Record, as we all love, the Pocono Wretched. Pocono Record reported this week that the Main Street Bridge by Wawa in Stroudsburg will be undergoing an $800,000 restructuring, but made it very clear that the murals on the bridge will not be affected. PennDOT was hard at work for weeks and weeks and weeks to ensure that this artwork would not be destroyed and confirmed the murals will stay put. It's all part of their new Potholes. What Potholes initiative?
So
They don't
bad,
fix
dude.
roadways.
Oh,
We need
man.
dicks and swastikas all over these potholes.
I saw they
Everybody.
did that somewhere in England. They
Scotland, yeah.
got you
Dicks
on the poles.
and you get them fixed.
Yeah.
And it's actually an episode of The League where
Yes, it is.
fucking Nick Kroll's character
Yeah.
draws swastikas all over the potholes and they get fixed. So guys, start vandalizing public property with swastikas and dicks all over the potholes.
Potholes.
And they'll be
Don't
They
fixed.
should
vandalize
put
public property.
Our logo
Especially
on
not
it.
bathrooms.
This is dangerous ground.
You
We're
should
getting into
very-
here.
Do not listen to Kyle Mocha.
You
right
should
now.
very detailed.
Do
I
not
replaced that. I
listen
replaced
to
that
Kyle
statement. We
Mocha
need to
right
very,
now.
very detailed
Do not
do a
listen
Houseboat
to
Tommy Lee
Kyle
Jones
Mocha
logo
right
over each of them.
Listen to
Because
Kyle
obviously
Mocha right
doing
now.
a Domino's
Yeah.
logo didn't fix shit. Those
Yeah.
commercials were lying.
Just write Kyle Mocha. Just go
They'll
out the
replace
street
it.
and spray paint Kyle Mocha on the ground, regardless if
replace
you got
it.
potholes or not. Just go
Just
do it.
vandalize the entire
Oh
town.
God.
Fuck
But
it.
sign it in my name.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Samsung has canceled the release of their planned foldable phone
I wonder why.
after
dude.
many reviews from
Wonder why.
testers claimed the phone was easily broken. They still have plans for their upcoming stretchable phone,
Stretchable.
which the company has high hopes for, Meanwhile, the geniuses at Apple are getting ready to announce their new actually holds a charge phone. And if that doesn't work, they're going to roll out, this is just a Motorola Razr phone next spring.
Yes.
How brave would that be?
It would be awesome.
I want a Motorola Razr. I used to be able to
Bring it
text
back.
in my pocket
Yep.
and not look at the fucking screen at all because I knew exactly how
T9,
many...
baby.
T9. T9. Oh, it was great. All right, so
How do you read the text coming in if it's in your pocket?
Oh, no. You take it out, and then you put it back in, and you text while you're talking to your boss.
Yeah.
Then he goes, what, are you playing pocket pool, or are you just happy to see me? And
You're
like,
a
Greg, you're a pervert.
employee.
Greg, you're a pervert.
That's what you were texting?
No. I was telling my boss that
Hey, Greg,
while
Greg's a pervert.
I texted
You
in my
texted
pocket...
your boss and he was a pervert?
No, while I was texting Micah probably in my pocket and touching
Yes.
my dick at the same time, I would
Which
tell
is
my boss,
appropriate.
Greg, he's a pervert.
I'm gonna
Also,
text you right now.
Never had a boss, Greg. All right, so in restaurant news, a Chick-fil-A franchisee in Florida, always good when it starts with Florida, was recently released on $40,000 bail after accusations that she molested a 15-year-old girl while serving as a youth leader at a local church came to light. It's a good thing they're closed on Sundays. She'll have plenty of time to pray that gay away.
Insensitive.
To Chick-fil-A people? Because the gay guys I ran this by last night loved that joke. They loved it. All right, so a jury, if you like that one, get ready for this one.
Yes.
A jury in South Carolina sentenced a man to death this week for murdering his 5 children with his hands and driving around with their bodies in the car for 9 days before driving from South Carolina to Alabama, where he dropped the bodies off in the bags along a back dirt road somewhere in Alabama. Speaking on his own behalf, the father said, Hey, it's not like I killed 6 kids and drove around with their bodies in my car for 10 days. We could all admit that would be much worse. All right. You turned on me. The crowd turned. That's all right. You
I
can
didn't.
turn. All right, and finally, Guns N' Roses, who's terrible. Guns N' Roses has added multiple U.S. dates to their upcoming Not in This Lifetime tour, including a 2-night stint in Las Vegas. I think it's great because they definitely named it that because they were like, we told you we would never do this, and we're probably going to die beforehand. So the aging band is taking precautions with the tour, even hiring an Axl Rose lookalike to be readily available to step in if anything goes wrong with the lead singer. So congratulations to the McDonald's Hamburglar for the new gig.
I like that.
I wrote a joke Zach liked.
Got it.
I wrote a joke Zach liked. Alrighty. Well, every week we like to bring up one of our beautiful, wonderful, very specific sponsors here at the Houseboat Tommy Lee Jones for Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up is the Cinder Bar and Grill in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. You can check out Mark Slacky every Friday and Saturday night doing karaoke from 10 till 2. I work there during the weekends, Monday night, Sunday night, Saturday during the day. We got wing night all day all day Sunday, and every Thursday we have our wonderful seafood special as well. So definitely go check out the beautiful Cinder Bar and Grill in the East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. But even more important than all of those things is every Wednesday I run trivia night.
That you do.
And tens of people have enjoyed it, so you might as well. And if you're listening right now and you've got nothing to do tomorrow, we're going to give you 3 questions from tomorrow night's trivia in a segment I like to call Trivia Time.
Trivia time, I'm a trivial guy. Now it's time for trivia time. Yeah.
Are we getting a second time?
No.
Oh, you fixed it this week.
No.
Oh, yeah, you already did it before, right?
I forgot how to play trivia.
All right, so every week what I like to do here is give you guys one question from each of the 3 categories that we will be doing tomorrow night at Trivia Night at the Cinder Inn.
Yeah.
The first category is going to be spin-off TV shows. The second category is Tom Hanks movies, and the third category is music and lyrics by Grammy Edition. So I will read the question. I am not giving you multiple choice in any way. You write your answer for each question one at a time on your dry erase boards you have there, and we'll see exactly how we're doing. I did not tally it up just yet, but I believe Zach's in the lead by 1. I think he's in the lead by 1 point. I'm giving you 1 point for each question you got right. We will make sure we have an accurate number next week when we reconvene. He takes the lead while he's taking some lean. That's lean you're on right now, right?
Double cup.
Yeah, totally.
Double cup. All right, so the first question I'm going to be asking you is from the category spin-off TV shows. So the
Frasier.
Correct. There we go. We're done. Wrap it all up, fuckers.
Zach wins.
We are done. All right, so question for spin-off. How pissed would I be right now if it was
That was the
Frasier?
answer.
That would be terrible.
That's all I'm going to
That'd be
answer
so
for
mad.
all 3
Yeah, it's
categories.
I put the win there.
So the question is, spin-offs have long been a part of Hollywood's way to capitalize on the popularity of an existing property. In 1995, Steven Spielberg, working with his production company Amblin Television and producers at Warner Brothers, created the show Pinky and the Brain.
Right.
It would run for 66 episodes. This show, about genetically enhanced lab mice who are always up to no good, was a spin-off of what other Warner Brothers cartoon show? Once again, Pinky and the Brain was a spin-off of what other Warner Brothers cartoon TV show? If you are playing at home, you can just shout at your phone, or if you're live right now, you can type in your answer. There we go. We have a Jess Partial joining us as well. That's fine.
I wrote it down before you finished asking the question.
Spelling does not count here.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Right.
Spelling never counts.
I'm
So,
safe.
Zach, you said you wrote it down before I even finished asking the question.
got that.
So,
Yeah,
what is your
look how
answer?
good it is. I know how to spell it. Animaniac.
That looks like it says Annie A Maniacs.
Hey, the Mennonites.
All right, you're saying Anni-Maniacs. Animaniacs spelled correctly over there.
I spelled
and
it way wrong.
Ans, what does that say?
It's,
Lift that up
it's
a
supposed
little
to be
bit.
2 N's.
Anzinamaniacs. Are you having trouble sleeping? Try Anzinamaniac.
It's your maniacs.
And the answer is obviously definitely Animaniacs. Animaniacs. Very good there for us. So 1 point for everybody. It's all even. Going into round number 2, Tom Hanks movies.
The man with one red shoe.
That almost was
That's
the
the
question.
God damn it,
That
stop
is
yelling shit
my
out, motherfucker.
favorite.
I
Tom
know
Hanks
you
sunglasses.
I love The Man with Runner. It's got Carrie Fisher in literally leopard lingerie. It
I
is
do
one of
say
the
this
every
greatest
time.
movies ever.
Any man wears one red shoe.
You go after that motherfucker. All right, so the Tom Hanks question is, in 1993, Tom Hanks starred in the movie that would earn him his first Oscar. In a rare feat, Hanks won an Academy Award for Best Actor for 2 years in a row. 94, 95 for the years 93, 94. You know how they always do it a little bit after.
Yeah.
And he has been nominated for this award a total of 5 times. What was the first movie that earned Tom Hanks an Academy Award, not a nomination, actually winning the award for Best Actor?
This
What
was 1993.
1993 is the year the movie came out. He won the award in 94.
Okay.
Giving Justin a minute there. Okay, how confident, Micah, are you over there? Sitting over there?
Not confident.
Not confident?
I got 2 guesses. I'm going to go with one.
Do you know the 2 very
Yeah.
certainly that he
Yeah.
won the award for?
Can I write them both?
No.
Oh.
You go and get one, you piece of shit. So, Zach, do you think you have a fairly confident pick
I'm going
at
to go with
this?
the earlier one.
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? And
I
Justin?
also don't
Yeah, we'll
think
go
so.
with it.
Maybe.
You're going with it? All
Yeah.
right. So, Justin, you're the least confident. Let's see what your answer there is.
Put Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. All right. And
Did
Zach,
you just change your answer when he said it?
Micah.
No, not
you
from
cheat.
that. Not
I
from
put
that.
Philadelphia.
Zach
Oh,
put
yeah,
Philadelphia.
fuck.
Now, Micah, whatever's written right there is Castaway.
I know.
Castaway. Now,
That's
I will tell you.
2001.
Was it?
2000.
I
So you're
probably
wrong
saw it in
there.
2001.
You're wrong there. We know you're
Nobody
wrong. At
was
least. I will tell you that the nominations he got were for Castaway,
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan, Forrest
He says
Gump,
Saving Private Ryan.
Philadelphia, and the shocking one, Big.
Oh, I was.
He was nominated for Big, but his first Academy Award was for the film Philadelphia.
That was the first one I wrote. God.
And that's why I scream into Zach's mic to check it beforehand. Philadelphia,
That was
Micah.
the first one I wrote.
Slacky
I
is 2
just
for 2
switched
right
because
now.
I knew he won
Slacky's
for
2
another
for
one.
2 over
Yeah.
there. Keith said Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, and I was going to write big.
That's later, though.
Rich said The Terminal. That one's like
Yeah.
2001,
That's
2002.
an amazing movie,
That's
though.
such a
think it
good
was
movie.
It
Yeah,
is.
even later, possibly, yeah. But another Steven Spielberg flick there.
Yeah.
All right, so the final category, music and lyrics by Grammys edition. So the way this category works is I'm just going to read the lyrics
Wonderful.
from a Grammy award-winning song. I will tell you the year that it won the Grammy for the song of the year, and then I will tell you the name of the song. You have to tell me the artist who is famous for recording that one, responsible for recording the one that actually won the Grammy, all right? So this one, I gotta tell you, I did not know this song at all. I did not know this song at all.
Great.
So here we
guys.
go.
I'm very confident.
Definitely
in
in
this
my
one.
wheelhouse then.
The quote is, "Hey, hey, hey, I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gone and get to clapping. Go pop it for a player, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a player, drop it for me." And that is the Grammy-winning song of the year for 2018. That's What I Like is the name of the song. That's What I Like. Once again, hey, 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 I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gone and get to clapping. Go pop it for a player, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a player, drop it for me. 2018 Grammy-winning Song of the Year. Those lyrics won the fucking Song of the Year last year. Now, 2019 was This Is America, and that song was a very poignant, pointed, wonderful song by Childish Gambino. This one, a little different. A little different message we're sending here. That's What I Like, again, is the name of the song. That's What I Like. We have a couple people in there. It looks like we have a couple answers.
Yeah.
So,
This was an easy one,
this
boys.
is easy. All right, Zach, it's easy. What is the name?
Fucking Bruno Mars.
We got over there, Micah, Bruno Mars,
I
and
put
Justin.
fucking Kanye, dude.
Kanye West. It is.
all right.
It is Bruno Mars. It
I'm
is
so
Bruno
bad at
Mars.
fucking knowledge.
So if my mental tally is correct, that means that Mr. Zachary Storman is in the lead so far for season 3 by at least 1 or 2 points.
3 out of 3 today, motherfucker.
But next week is always a different week, and next week
shit.
James will be here, and he'll be tasting some terrible sodas with us, and he'll get to sit in as guest and see if he can rival up against Justin and Zach. Really, Zach.
I think we should tally all of the guest points.
Yeah,
Yes,
is that
it
how
all
it
pulls
works?
together. It pulls together.
All the
Yes.
guests are one
Are one
versus
person.
house.
entity.
One
Yeah,
entity.
yes.
Guest. I was gonna make a
That
scoreboard
sucks.
where guest is one. So right now you're Mark Miller and
Yeah.
Mikey Compton,
I can live with that though.
aka Michael Martino, and Jess Dalrymple, and now Micah Harrison. So it's
Okay.
just partial.
So it's for the season.
I talk about people like I know them 10 years ago, not who they are and how they identify today. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Names and stuff. Zach, what do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Thank
What do you mean?
I
Anyway,
don't identify.
So this week we do not. We do have a special featured musical act, but it is an older featured musical act. I would say that this song is 2008, about, if you think so, Micah, around there.
2007,
2008, somewhere around there. So
Or
this
if it was
is a
2008,
band that
it does not say.
when I first met Micah, and we'll get into all of this stuff in a little bit, he was auditioning for this band, and a friend of mine was also auditioning for the band. And so I didn't like Micah on
2007.
behalf of my friend who wanted to be the guitar player. Micah won the spot, and then eventually I became the quote-unquote manager
Just 'cause I
for
was
this
pretty.
band. You were way prettier
I was.
than me, at least. The guy that we were going up against, that's just a matter of opinion there.
That's harsh.
That's a very, very big matter of opinion.
My
So you joined My Steady Backfire, which was our wonderful friend Dave DeZambo, our friends Dave Tyree. We had Brian Lynch in there, Jesse
Yes.
Friedman, and then Micah joined as the third guitar player. And the way they
Y'all
described
like Leonard Skinner or something?
well, the way they described
Farmers.
the band when we first met them was it sounded like AFI got ran over by Pantera. Or no, Third Eye Blind got ran over by Pantera, and then might have been raised by AFI, in a
Well,
little
then
bit
I just said thrice.
Yeah, thrice. That's what you mean.
You're
thrice,
thrice.
right? You're coming up with this long... So DeZambo had this long explanation for it, but yeah, it was pretty much... We were trying to sound like Thrice, and I managed a band for a couple of years, and at the very tail end, I was the bass player.
Yes.
After years of throwing things at people and getting very mad at dumb people who didn't know how to play bass for the band.
Oh, God.
Rich said he always heard a bunch of Thrice in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dave's voice was like modeling Ken True.
Hard.
That raspy,
But
and you're going to hear this. So this single holds a very special place because this is the first song that Micah ever was able to write with the band.
They let me write it.
They let him write with it, with them, and so the song is called 6 Years, 7 Dreams.
Yep.
And do you remember what the song's really about in any way lyrically? This was a Dave lyric still, right?
Some.
He
let me. That was the first one that we kind of connected on. We were able to meld our lyrics together.
Hell yeah.
And at the very end, you will hear you'll hear my vocals a little bit.
Oh,
it's
I
a
forgot
very
about
light
that.
scream,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Sort of Chiodos.
And this is
much
a
more
Luchetti
terrible.
recording as well, right?
Yes, it was.
This was recorded in Mike Luchetti's basement, right across the street from the Pocono Medical Center, while he was not doing stuff for like Split 50 or touring with Kelsey and the Chaos or whoever the hell he was touring with.
Not at that point, but later,
But
yeah. Well, now he's on Broadway.
Now he's doing
Or
like
some
he's doing Broadway.
ridiculous.
He's doing cruises.
Mad
he's,
props to Mike
Mad
Lucchetti.
props to Mike
We
Luchetti.
love
Check
him.
him out on YouTube. Some of his
Absolutely.
videos are
He's one of the most
insane.
fantastic drummers I've ever heard in my
And
life.
he was a great person to record with, and
yeah.
he let everybody just kind of do their thing, but then and pointed everybody in the right direction. So this is. Do you remember the name of the release that this was off of at all? Ammunition or no?
Bittersweet and Ammunition
Bittersweet-
or Ammunition.
Ammunition.
I don't remember what it ended up being.
We
but-
had, I think, Bittersweet and
Bittersweet
Ammunition
and
was
Ammunition.
the actual name. So
Yeah.
Bittersweet and Ammunition, because we were a 2000s screamo emo band. So hey, this is fun. This is like someone in the
Enjoy
late
this.
90s talking about hair metal.
Seriously.
So this
You do like
is.
hardcore or something?
Yeah, y'all. So this is 6 Years, 7 Dreams, a song co-written by our guest Micah Harrison and the late great Dave DeZambo. We will see you in 4+ minutes.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
I didn't realize how much I messed this up. It's been years of loneliness, years of being anxious, waiting and hoping, but things change. Not only are
do it like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
So you are seeing now the head of the Main Street Jukebox. It's two people's bodies that make
Yes.
up one body. And then the
That is
head
a bird.
is this giant symbol with a bird. Because we are brought to you every single week also by the Main Street Jukebox, who were wonderful enough to let us film
Yeah.
our awesome intro this
Yeah, it was
week.
real run.
Thank you very much to Tom, who doesn't know that we did it, and Charlie and Bill for being there.
Yeah, well,
today they every Tuesday. If you're not already
follow
on
Tit for
Facebook,
Tat, yeah.
follow Tit for Tat Tuesdays.
So fun.
This week it was songs that
I
are
can only
questions.
think of one, and are you gonna be my girl?
Are
That's
you
the
gonna be
only
my
thing I
girl?
can think of.
Yeah, we were sitting there while we were recording, trying to think of songs that were
I mean,
questions.
rape
and then
me.
it
How
just-
you gonna
yeah.
go my way?
Rape me, maybe.
Yeah, we were we were saying just
is
like
it
I
how
started
you say
reading or just started saying
Papa, when will you stop
songs
beating
as
me?
questions.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah,
song?
yeah. Papa don't preach.
No, Papa, when are you gonna stop beating me?
I remember that song. It's a Tammy Wynette single, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Tammy, that bitch.
Tammy Wynette. That
bitch.
I don't
that
know
bitch.
who that is.
you should.
Sorry, Tammy.
Oh,
You
Trace
should.
sunglasses. Oh, Trace.
Trace sunglasses. All right. So yeah, every week we're
I'm
brought to you
drinking
by the
tequila.
wonderful Main Street Jukebox down there on I think it's the 700 block of Main
Yeah,
Street,
yes.
Stroudsburg.
Indeed.
Right next to the Renegade Winery, who's not our sponsor, and a couple other places. That what used to be the fracking place is now an art place.
Yeah, we
We were
noticed
talking
that.
about this earlier. The fracking place is now an art place, which seems like Steve Warner's life
You're
failed.
fracking be kidding me.
They took a fracking place and they replaced it with art, which I think is Steve Warner's biggest nightmare in the
Yeah.
world. In the world. But more importantly than people named Steve Warner, we wrote a single this week. We wrote another wonderful pop song.
Yep.
Now, Micah, I want to actually start
Like
with
he
you.
says the 600 block. Sorry.
600 block. Sorry, the 600 block. There we go. 700 between 7 and 8. You're right. The 600 block. There you go. So you walked in right as I was in the midst of doing the recording for my vocals.
For the end part, yeah.
You got to hear the chorus a bunch of times and then a bridge. What kind of song would you say we were trying to write based on what you heard?
Just the part that I walked in on?
Yes. What do you think we were trying to go for there?
Somewhere between
Yes. It's a live
Nightmare
show.
Before Christmas
Okay.
and Panic at the Disco.
Okay.
Fucked. Bright Eyes.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Now,
That's
now
as
one,
close as I
got
can get.
one.
you got one.
I got one.
You got one.
Yeah.
Bright Eyes. Now, Zach, what were the two bands that you were listening to that inspired
Broadway was none of them.
Broadway was no.
Okay.
Broadway is always Kyle.
That's me.
It's always
I brought my
Broadway.
Jean Valjean.
Yes.
Now, what
Yes, you did.
two bands were you listening to that inspired this week's single?
Bright Eyes.
Yes.
And My Morning Jacket.
My Morning Jacket. Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
Jim.
Did
Oh,
you hear?
very
Did you
good.
hear any of that in anything we did there,
Not
Micah?
at all.
All right.
But
People
I
have
might. I
often
didn't hear
said
the whole
that we
thing
look
yet.
Similar.
Yeah.
It is.
Hey, you do.
He
yeah,
does
it's
I've done that a
weird
bunch of
stuff.
times.
He does wear multiple pairs of
wild
glasses. Now, Zach, you
I seen him
started.
play a video.
Bearded and long hair.
You started writing the
Yeah.
song. You wrote a couple of different little riffs, and the main thing was there was a main riff that was going to be just the riff, and then there was a nice verse. The riff went back, another verse, and then the chorus. But then you wrote this bridge part. And the first thing you said to me when I walked upstairs was basically like, so this part changes time, and it really is just kind of just random in the song.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration for the random part? Because I think that will stand out to a lot of people listening to it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Just a little bit.
I got up to that point in the writing of the first guitar part, and then I didn't have the click or anything on, and I was just like letting it play out, and then like playing maybe the part that would come next. And
Okay.
I played this part.
And you just loved it immediately.
Well,
And
as
then
weird as
I
it is,
went
it's
to
so
play
catchy.
it, and I
felt
It's
right.
in my head right now.
It was so much slower and different and
Yeah.
weird, but it was just in my head, and like I even thought about just deleting it and just being like, nope.
Thank God
no,
you did.
nope,
I'm glad
this
you
is
didn't.
silly.
Thank God.
I just went.
It's
This
so
came
catchy.
to me, and I just felt like I had to do it.
It is so catchy.
It really did turn out super catchy. Now, Justin, you jumped in. You drumped.
jumped.
You jumped behind the drum.
Jump on the line.
You jumped in behind the drum kit, and what were the directions that Zach kind of gave you, and what did you feel for what you were doing?
Simple.
Okay.
Silver Sun.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Wow.
You know, just there were certain parts that need to be driving, and then I don't know. I was just as stumped on the weird part to figure out what I actually liked, because we would sit there and record it, and Zach would be like, "It's not. I don't hear anything," and I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't really played anything that I was exactly happy with."
I mean, we did some blast beats during that part.
Yeah, we did all kinds of weird shit.
Kinds of weird stuff.
A lot of weird stuff, and then it continues
to find out where we had to go with it.
And I think it's the right spot. We figured it out.
It really, everything worked out musically, and then I started talking about what I was writing the lyrics about. Earlier today, I had the idea for originally the song was going to be, I'm turning 33 today,
right?
And that is the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. Jesus,
he died.
Speak for yourself.
And he died at the age of 33.
Right.
So my whole thought is I've matched.
You said you're rooting for him,
and I'm definitely rooting for him in the lyrics. But I was like, I matched him, and if I stay alive to 34, I will have beaten him. So originally, the lyrics were going to be about like me challenging Jesus.
Wait,
like,
is this a forthcoming? Should we be worried as to what Kyle Mocha will be doing in 2020?
Yes, in 2020, we're
or
starting
about
church.
Jesus.
We
should
are
we be worried about Jesus?
Always be worried about
according
Jesus.
to the lyrics of this song, you should be worried about Jesus.
Exactly.
I'm always.
So the lyrics changed,
very
and
worried.
basically the idea of the song, as you will hear shortly, it's me giving Jesus advice, because he needs it, right after the resurrection, right after the resurrection. And it's inspired in part by a Saturday Night Live short that they did when Christoph Waltz hosted, and they did a Jesus Unchained spoof of Django Unchained.
Yes.
And he just lays people to waste. And my thought is, like, Jesus, I'm on your side and all, right? Like, I think you did
you fucked up a
right
bit
thing in your life, but
up.
now you got dead already,
and
now you're coming back from the dead, and you're just gonna keep being nice? No, Jesus. Not
Try
in my
again.
house. Not in my house.
He's the Kembe Mutombo.
No. Exactly. That's Jesus' middle name is Kembe Mutombo.
Yes.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Now you know.
It's Luke
Now
7:12.
you know. It is.
So the advice I'm giving to
More
him
like
is
Luke
basically
69, am I right?
I don't know why, but you're wrong.
I get it.
So the idea is I'm giving him advice that he should just wreak havoc on all the naysayers and everybody that doubted him.
Yeah.
So this song
So I'd be dead.
is definitely.
Fuck it.
Well, I meant the people that were directly around him.
Oh,
So this
all right.
song
Yeah, okay,
is
then I'm good. I'm
Like
don't
the
have anything to worry
Romans.
about.
lyrically about
Slaughtering the Romans.
it's just one 33-year-old to another. Just my advice and where I'm at this far in my life.
Should have killed him.
And I think you should have just wreaked havoc on them, and we'd probably be in a better world if you had. So, what is the name of this song, Zach?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's Coming. I think I said, I'm coming for you, was the idea. And then you went, yeah, that's not going to be it. And I walked it. You said, whatever you say right now before you walk out of the room is going to be the title. I went, I'm coming for you. And he went, that's not going to be it. And I went, yeah, I know it's never going to be it. So It's Coming. Jesus, I guess, is the it in this, if we were going to try to make sense of the title. But the titles never really make sense or never have to make sense.
They can if you try hard enough.
You really try hard enough. That's
I'm starting
going to
a
make some
subreddit
sense.
about the titles of the songs.
It's a very subreddit. Nobody knows about
It's a
it.
sub.
So we're going to
Real
jump
sub.
into this single here, and
Real
while the
quick
single
before
is
you,
playing, we're going to be showing you this wonderful artwork from Kevin Hartraff for the upcoming show on
Yes.
June 28th that the three of us, Justin, Zach, and I, along with
Big
the
Pat.
wonderful Big Pat,
Yes.
will be headlining along
Wear
with Dead Man,
raincoats.
Stone Man,
Wear
and Stone Eye.
raincoats.
Wear raincoats,
For
because
Pat
Pat
Sweat.
will be singing and
Well,
swinging
also,
around.
Yeah.
Maybe
Dress Hawaiian.
Maybe dress Hawaiian.
I think you should dress in a Hawaiian
ahead.
shirt.
I'm
at
not
least.
going to tell you have to, but
You might get laid if you do
maybe
that.
dress Hawaiian
You
shirt.
might get
Maybe
also
wear a Hawaiian
rich.
shirt.
for Rich. We we will be performing 2 of the podcast songs.
Yes, we
possibly
will be.
more.
Yes, we will be.
We'll see.
And so that's where we're at right now for the show on June 28th at the Sherman Showcase in beautiful downtown Strasbourg, with Dead Men, The Stone Eye, and Brunch with Kyle and Pat. It's just Brunch now. It's just Brunch
it's
now.
just Brunch, dude.
So here is our single, It's Coming. I am really excited for everybody to hear this wonderful ditty that we wrote. It might be, it is the weirdest song
I think
from music to lyrics.
Especially
to,
with, we've had some weird shit at endings and like.
oh yeah,
the,
but this is a concise pop song. This is a concise pop song. So it's weirder in that respect. So here is It's Coming.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in about 4 minutes, 5 seconds, somewhere around there.
4 minutes,
around
10
4
seconds.
minutes, 10 seconds. Yeah. So we're a little bit over the 3 minute, 30-second pop format.
It works.
But
you
go
can go
fuck
to 5
yourself,
minutes.
all right? Go fuck yourself.
It's Kyle's birthday.
Yeah.
Bitch.
You get an
Yeah, we
extra
had
40
to,
seconds on
we
Kyle's
had
birthday. Yeah, I last
I
an
better
extra
get
40
that thing.
seconds on my birthday all the time. But wait, nobody's coming on me tonight. We've already established that.
Yeah, but we're gonna kill you.
I'm the one
Somebody
that
has to
don't
die.
spoil the ending.
Ruin it.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fuck.
All right, so here is It's Coming, the Brunch Weekly original
It's
single.
coming.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
We'll see you in about 4 minutes, 10 seconds.
Let them laugh, one day they'll see the truth in the light, or they'll burn in a sea of hellish flames and regret their way. Wish they believed a single word that you'd say. They'll fail the forsakers with the disappeared. Arise from his slumber, they'll live their fear. In such a short time, you've done so much. They'll sell their souls for redemption's touch. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Sinners the same and doubters alike. You're coming for them like a thief in the night. You followed your path as you were told, repaid with a kiss and passed up for gold. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Watch out now, he's coming for you. Tried to be nice, he tried to play cool. Watch out now, he's coming for you. Now we're the fight, he's nothing to lose. Watch out now, he's coming for you. Tried to be nice, he tried to play cool. Watch out now, he's coming for you. Now we're the fight, he's nothing to lose. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no, they won't get out of here alive. Oh no,
All righty.
Oh, yeah,
So
dude.
that is It's Coming, the Brunch Weekly single for season 3, episode 3. Now, Zach, you were upstairs. We were down here. We were getting everything all set up, and we just heard you die laughing.
Yeah, what was that
so
about, dude?
fucking loud. Just hysterical for like 30 seconds on your own laughing.
least.
What caused that? What made you laugh so fucking hard? Yourself? Now, what you might not be able to hear by just listening to it one time through, you might need a couple of.
This is what made me die laughing.
Oh, the glass.
Oh, you were getting.
okay.
He was getting
Okay.
dressed.
He was getting
for the-
dressed.
Yeah.
But what you might not know is layered underneath the last rotation, I think, of the chorus itself, right? There are a few things that you say. So what are the words that you say underneath there?
Bob.
Yeah, you say Bob a lot. Then what else?
Roy.
Roy. Bob Roy.
Me outlaw.
Me outlaw. So basically you started going Bob, and then for whatever reason you decided Roy was the next name you were going to use.
Because you had said Royal, and he was just like
Royal.
Roy.
Oh, yeah.
Roy.
Oh, no, he said something that sounded like Royale. He was like,
Royale.
Royale. And I was like, yeah, exactly, Royale with cheese. And I'm like, you just say Royale? And he just started going, Roy. And then I looked up, I was like, Bob Roy, I think that's a person. So I look it up, and it's Rob Roy McGregor, I think. Rob Roy McGregor is, Liam Neeson played him in a movie in the mid-90s. He was a Scottish outlaw. He was like in the Highlands. He was rumored to be...
Braveheart connection.
Yeah, Braveheart connection there. So then he went outlaw, but he said me outlaw instead. So a lot of levels there.
Deep.
But it's really just
Deep
about
song.
Jesus needing to kill everybody that doubted him. Yeah. But, I mean, I think it works out. I think it works. So we are joined now up here. This guy. No, down here. Down here, up here, Micah. You're up. Yep, we're down here. Mr. Micah Harrison is now on camera.
Yeah, welcome.
Joining us for the
Well, he's
wonderful...
been here the whole time.
He's been here the whole time, but now he's on
I'm-
camera. Now you see him.
It's not like we keep
physical.
him locked
And-
outside or something.
I mean, he's here all the time, locked in that fridge we
I
keep
stay on
outside.
the porch until they
Yeah.
let me in. And
He's
now
really-
they finally let me on.
He's
but-
freaking out about a potential like nuclear attack, so he figures a refrigerator's the best
Yeah.
place to hang.
I mean,
Indiana
seen it in a
Jones did
movie.
it.
I
It
saw
worked.
it in the movie.
It
yes.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
It was good.
A lead-lined refrigerator.
And if it
apparently,
doesn't
is what
work,
they
then
had.
just come back and sue Spielberg. You're
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's his
If
fault.
it doesn't
Oh,
work,
it is his fault.
he told me that if I rode a bicycle with an alien on it, I would fly.
Yeah.
And the cops caught me, so I'm
Is
so
that
Where'd
not,
you get
that's
an
not
alien,
true.
dude?
yeah.
E.T. Maybe E.T.
Just a
How
guy.
did you try it?
And he jumped over the wall, and I picked him up, and then he was
Oh,
my
I have to
alien.
do it for an alien.
Oh, it has to be an
Um,
extraterrestrial.
Oh,
He
shit.
should really specify.
He really should. He really
me
should.
or Spielberg?
Spielberg.
Spielberg.
I'm sorry.
Spielberg. I mean,
I'm sorry either way.
Specify.
yeah. Now, one thing I just while we're on
Keith
the subject.
is really mad because we spoiled a lot of Spielberg.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keith,
Did we spoil the part in the terminal where there's a wonderful Star Trek themed wedding by
man.
and Zoe Saldana is the one who gets married?
Isn't
You
that
know,
fantastic?
the future Uhura. That's a weird little tie in there. Sorry, Keith, spoiling.
sorry to spoil that for you,
that
Keith.
16-year-old flick there. Also, everybody in Perfect Storm dies. Not a Spielberg movie, just another spoiler for you.
Wait a minute.
You know
Titanic
what, dude?
sinks as
You know
well.
what? I'm just gonna keep saying they lived.
They lived.
Yeah.
Well, how
I
is Marky
believe it.
Mark talking at the end of the movie if he didn't live, man?
He had to narrate
What the hell?
from somewhere.
Yeah, he
God.
went and did some ADR afterwards, so he obviously didn't die in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Movies are real. But one thing, Micah, you in my
Segue.
memory have always been a very big critic of Steven Spielberg in my memory. And I remember
Yeah.
you kind of turned me on to this thought,
Yeah.
and you just kind of turned me on. But the idea that Spielberg shoves the message in your face. He doesn't
all
let
right.
you. He doesn't let you get to the point on your own. He'll have a scene where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't need to say anything here, and then the guy more or less kind of just like
Just rubs
turns
it
and rubs
your
it into
face
another
in,
character, and you're the other character.
Yeah.
Here's my whole thing.
Yes.
He's a fan. Truly one of the greatest directors.
One of the
our
best
time.
ever.
I will never argue that.
Yeah.
but he does not truly respect his audience.
Okay.
Because in every
He
movie,
thinks we're all dumb.
he just has to really push his points home.
Yeah.
To the point where I made the symbolism of him rubbing our faces in it.
Yeah.
True.
Like a dog that did something bad.
Yeah, we're dumb and we
Schindler's
know.
freaking List. Like,
Yeah.
they were
We already
bad.
knew the Nazis were bad at the beginning of the movie.
I get it.
Yeah.
And we know that Liam Neeson is fantastic.
But yes, he's a great
I don't
actor.
need you to
Great
like,
character
you know,
there. Yeah.
let it be organic.
Let it be organic.
That's all I'm saying.
You enjoy more of
I love Jaws.
organic-
You are
Jaws
right,
is
I
Rich.
love
great.
E.T. I love
Dumb people do go to his movies. That's why they do so well.
They really do.
They
But
don't-
I think we've all, as an audience, sort of accepted
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah.
slight flaws.
Yes.
And just been like,
Because
okay,
Jurassic Park was good enough.
he's gonna rub it in our faces.
I would much rather
The sacrifice
enjoy
he
a
can.
story, even if things are overtold.
Yeah.
I would much rather see a Jurassic Park from Spielberg than
Yes.
How about a
An
Jurassic
actual-
Park?
Trevorrow.
Yeah.
How about a Jurassic Park on the
Did
moon?
you see the
Or
most?
in
Oh,
space? In space, Jurassic
Lunar
Park.
Jurassic Park. That'd be fucking badass. I hope Chris Pratt's up to do. He's up to do anything. He'll just do
He's
it.
kind of the golden boy of our time.
Right now. Oh God.
now.
He
he's
married
fucking
a
crushing it.
Schwarzenegger.
He just
Did he?
married Schwarzenegger's like
Schwarzenegger
daughter. Like he is Arnold Schwarzenegger's son-in-law now. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
There's no way
absurd.
you just happen upon that.
Which also
true.
means he's
That's
married
true.
into.
That's
Well,
There's
they
no
did it for
way.
Jesus.
They
He's
did.
very religious.
Very religious. So
Very
maybe he'd
religious.
like our song. Oh God,
Oh
he's
yeah,
all about
he's
Jesus.
a super Christian
Super
Bible
Christian.
thumper, you know.
Even after
How
the
did he
divorce with
justify
Anna
his
Faris.
divorce with
Yeah.
Anna Faris? Because
Who
she
knows?
was in
Basically,
all
Rich.
of the scary movies,
Yes,
as I recall.
I mean, she's
That's
just also
any of the ones that I
gorgeous.
cared about.
She was just wonderful.
Still
I've
is.
always oh God, she's amazing.
You know,
Even in that
I forgive her
mom
for the
show.
House Bunny.
Is it Chris Pratt? He kills his own goats and eats them.
Maybe.
He has a. I swear.
that might be a
No,
maybe.
Look it
maybe.
up. He's
Look
got
it
a
up.
farm. He raises goats. He kills them
He
himself.
kills his own
and
goats.
eats them.
Look up if
Which is cool. I like. That's cool to me.
Siri. Does Chris Pratt kill his own goats?
He does. He does.
I don't know.
What are we
Dirk
taking a bet
Manfest.
on this? This is truth.
Yeah, what's the
right
over
here.
under on Chris Pratt killing
I'm
killing animals? I don't know that. I've never actually heard about that.
I don't.
But he is kind of the golden boy
He's
for
really
our
he's killing
era.
it right now.
He
Killing
is
it.
crushing it in Marvel. He's done.
Pratt says he likes hunting because he enjoys killing animals.
Oh, he enjoys killing animals. That's fine.
For all you vegans out
For
there.
all
So
you
he
vegans
probably
out there.
does.
We're very
So
sorry.
he probably does. So either way, Micah,
And
you and I,
Rich says it's lamb, not goat.
lamb, not goat.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a baby goat.
We ate lamb today, man.
That's a baby
We
goat.
sheep, but sure.
baby sheep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Not to get
fuck it.
technical.
I mean, they.
Goats, sheep, they're all the fucking
Yeah,
same.
you can switch from one
all
to
their
another.
buttholes
Pretty
feel
close.
the same.
All of their buttholes do feel the same.
I cannot argue with you.
You can't.
I'm sure he would dig
Men,
some, Rich.
women, sheep, all the buttholes are the same.
A
Getting
hole's a
very
hole.
real in here. Right
Very real. Very,
Very
real.
real.
So, Micah, you and I have known each other going on, I want to say, about 13, 14 years.
Many
About
moons. Many
2005, 2006 we met. And as I alluded to earlier before we played the My Steady Backfire single, 6 Years, 7 Dreams, my first recollection of meeting you, I was sitting in Perkins. And that is where the majority of the first 5 years of our friendship takes place.
I think so.
It was 24 hours. There was a smoking section. And I was hanging out with my friend Jeremy, who was trying out for Jeremy Leap, was trying out for My Steady Backfire to be the guitar player, the third guitar player. And all of a sudden, this tall, thin, long-haired guy with more sex bracelets than you could possibly ever actually accumulate at the age of 18. Some beaded necklaces, beaded bracelets,
the metal
ones.
balls.
Yeah. Oh, no, he wasn't a douchebag. They were
captive.
metal.
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
metal. And I think a German army coat, something along those lines.
It was like a rip-off from a My Chemical Romance parade, black parade thing.
You were right in there, and long jet black hair. Not like the wonderful salt and pepper you got going nowadays.
stop.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so you've earned those
I
stripes.
hope it can be seen.
Well, it is in portrait mode, so hopefully it's blending in with the background. You're just too white. You're too white. You're blending in with the shelf behind you. That record there, that's Micah. So you walked in, and I just remember Jeremy going, oh, that's the other guy that's auditioning for Backfire. And being the friend that I am that's going to
fuck that
support,
guy.
I went, that fucking piece of shit. Look at that dirty
Look at him.
motherfucker.
He's got his
looks
nails
he
painted.
His nails are black. Like, what the hell are they going for? And then lo and behold, like within a couple of days,
They just
you were the new
Yeah.
member of the band, and I kind of snuck my way in as the manager.
Well, wait a minute.
And we used to we went to a couple shows with Backfire where
Yep.
well, one for you
We were
and then MSB Bitch. They literally made
Yeah.
us T-shirts that said MSB Bitch on them, and we helped them load in Drexel Hill. I think we
I
played.
believe it was 3 shows.
Yeah,
The first one that I remember
this
going to,
Jersey,
truly
the
going
third
to,
floor of like some weird like VFW.
those were the second 2.
Okay.
The first one was actually their Battle of the Bands, where they got on Warped Tour
Oh yeah.
for at least 3 days.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you could play a Battle of the Bands at Sherman Theater and
Yeah.
win
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
on
through
Warped Tour.
ECI.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those were the glory days.
Those were the
boy.
glory
Sure
days.
they
When
were.
you could do anything you wanted.
Sure they were.
Anything you wanted.
If your heart would decide it, you
Just
could
just
do
play
it.
hard and you'll end up somewhere.
You'll end
And
up somewhere.
It actually sort of happened for me because my first actual show where I played
Yeah.
with My Steady Backfire
Yep.
was Warped Tour.
Warped Tour 2006, I believe.
There
yeah.
were two, maybe 3 more. I don't remember. It's
Yeah.
3 shows, I think.
3
it was,
shows, yeah.
that we played.
Yeah, we played
with
the
them. And that's one of my
Scranton show.
first memories where you and I really had a good time.
Yeah, well, I remember
Because
we were in
laid atop the van,
Yes, Fitchburg.
drinking Fitchburg.
Fitchburg.
Bullet for My Valentine came out and was like,
Hello, Fitchburg.
we got Bullet for My Valentine.
We're a metal band. We don't
bringing
know
some
why
British
we're
metal
here on
to
the
the Warped Tour.
punk
And
rock
we're like,
show.
what is happening? I just
Yeah.
got this CD. They're British? What? Like,
Yeah, they're
and
British.
It was a really good
Yeah.
album, we thought, at
Yeah.
the time.
And
And then we
I like
got
the first
drunk
song.
on the top of the van while everyone else was out, like, talking to,
And
you
we
know.
were burning CDs. We were burning
Yeah,
CDs
that was our
to
job.
hand out, but we were really just sitting in the air
drinking
conditioning
Jack Daniels.
van, drinking Jack Daniels, and then laying on the roof and watching the guys from early November play bocce
Play
ball
frisbee.
or frisbee, something weird.
It was
yeah.
early November,
Yep.
and it was one of those bands that was just kind of
Just
hitting
under.
the cusp,
Yeah, just about
hitting
there.
that
yeah,
poppy
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, an Armor for Sleep esque band at that time.
Yeah,
one of those.
They were
types
getting
of bands.
that
Yeah.
that notice.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And so yeah, we bonded there, and I remember at that Warped Tour in 2006, we were obviously nobodies.
No.
Never amounted to anything outside of a bunch of good shows. But
Played a lot of good shows.
We got confused with being a potential real band, and they dropped off a pallet of Monster Energy drinks for us.
Yes,
And all of
A
us
pallet?
only, well, not a full pallet. They brought by like
that went
at least
on
a
for
rack.
2 Warped Tours.
Yes.
You know that because
Yes.
they were about what 6 years apart.
Yes.
The second time we did the same thing.
Well, you and I, we got to do Warped Tour in 2006,
and then in
with
2010,
Backfire. And then 2010, 2011, actually, 2011, you and I were in a band together
Poor
called
Ghost.
Poor Ghost, which I'm now upset that we didn't pull one of those songs.
Furious.
Very mad about that.
I have them.
I think we actually played
Bring
one
me
when
back.
Keith was on. I think we played
Yeah, we played
Professionals
one
when
when
Keith
Keith
was
was
on
on.
back in season 2.
Oh, did you? Good.
So, if you're interested in Poor Ghost, check out season 2 with Keith Mocha. I think the episode's called Hey Brother.
That's good.
And so, yeah, we got to play again, same exact, not exact type of thing. We didn't win a battle of the bands. What happened was our friend died. They named the stage after our friend and felt bad not giving us a spot on the stage.
Yeah, I pushed it a little.
You pushed it a little bit. You pushed it a little bit. Now, what I remember from the second appearance on Warped Tour, we were right at the entrance of Montage Mountain.
Yep. Where everyone came through.
Everyone came through, and we played right at open, which was, for the entrance, probably the best time to actually play because people were walking by.
Maybe, yeah.
And in hindsight, I remember people going, walking by, and we had a decent, just looking, had a decent crowd here and there throughout it.
We put on a show though.
And we really fucking went for it. We
went
had
for
a
it.
good fucking show there. So you and I have a lot in the musical past. But what I wanted to kind of get to here is, since it's my birthday,
Absolutely.
and I'm not a self-centered person in any way.
No.
That's
I don't
fucking
run a
right
show
over here,
called My Name Won't Shut Up. I don't talk the whole show, and I don't sing
You
all
want
the
me
words.
to talk about you?
I would think maybe people need a little bit more Kyle Mocha here.
There is so much.
so many things, I'm sure.
So
So
much. Kyle Mocha.
I would love if you could And then
Couple anecdotes.
couple
is what you're looking for?
anecdotes there. And then as Mike is telling them, the two of you feel free to chime
Comment
in
upon.
okay.
with
The
everything.
anecdotes.
Oh,
But I just
yeah,
want to see
yeah,
you knew
right.
me at a different time in my life,
I knew
very
you
very
several
well.
different times of your life.
And this is Kyle. Pretty you knew me when Kyle just started, knowing how to handle his booze. You knew me before I ever did anything other than drink booze, and we were, we
What do
were.
you mean? Do you do other things?
He missed a very. I'm just gonna jump
I don't
in
think so.
to a story.
Yes,
because
sir. Just jump in.
You missed a very, very specific reason we actually met.
Okay.
Way to forget
You were
that,
going
Kyle.
on a date with my at the time girlfriend,
Oh my God.
Janine.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
You
I
were
hope
going on
there's
a date with his act at the
All right.
time, girl.
So let me.
That's fucked up, dude.
Let me-
I ended up loving him for it, so it's okay.
So let's now that you bring that up.
Yeah, I went
My
there.
mememory. I dated this girl named Janine.
Yes, he did.
In the summer of like
Was she a sloppy hoe
2004,
like Janine
2005.
Garofalo?
Yeah.
And then 9 months after we broke up, we dated for like a month. 9 months after we broke up, it's mid-February. I hit her up. I'm like, hey, I kind of want to like smooth things over because
How we
it's been
doing?
awkward and weird.
What's happening?
And I work with your sister, and it's just kind of like I just want to smooth things over. So, do you want to go get like dinner tonight, and we can just talk?
Maybe.
And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And I went, we went to Friendly's. Actually, we went to Friendly's
Was it?
together. Yeah.
Oh, that was
And
prior. Yes,
prior
yes, yes.
to that night, and so we went to Friendly's, where I had already worked at that point, previous to this, and we hung out and just talked and kind of smoothed things over.
Yeah.
And halfway through the dinner, somebody walks up to us. Or actually, towards the end of the dinner, they give us our check, and they went, and you two have a wonderful rest of your Valentine's Day. And we just looked at each other and went, oh my fucking God, I asked my ex-girlfriend out on Valentine's Day. This is terrible. And then that night,
Yep.
I wind up at Perkins, and I think you were talking about a guy who took your girlfriend out to dinner on Valentine's
was.
Day. And I'm sitting there going, it's
Like-
wait, today is Valentine's Day. You're right. I had that happen earlier. I went out to dinner.
We met maybe a day before.
Yeah, briefly. I
And
didn't know
then
you were
we
dating her.
I walked in.
Yeah.
I saw you, and I was like, "That's that guy."
That's that guy.
And I sat down. I was like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Hey," and I was like, "What'd you do today?" And you were like, "Took this girl out I used to date," and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
This girl I'm dating
Went out with
this
her
guy,
her ex-boyfriend.
and we just.
Like, oh wait, what's her
Clicked.
name? Janine? Oh, fuck.
And instead of being like whatever that thing is where you're like
Machismo
jealous
dude,
and dude
yeah.
stuff, we just laughed.
Yeah.
We laughed about it, and we talked about everything
About
For
her.
everything.
And then you dated her for another like 2 months probably
Yeah.
after that. And oh my God, that's wonderful. So yeah, I totally forgot. That is our actual
That
bare
was the-
bones
That's
introduction.
incredible.
actual meeting.
Yeah, that is the actual meeting. I took his
meeting-
girlfriend out for dinner for
It
Valentine's
then
Day.
became exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And I never met another man who wore shorts all year long.
Oh, so
Who
many
I
shorts
loved
all
so
the time. And at that point, I was wearing the vest too. I had
Vest
the
and
vest
shorts.
and shorts.
Puffy vest.
Puffy vest. That was
Orange
depuffed.
or
no,
dark
it was a
red?
tan. It was a tan,
Tannish.
beaten down puffy vest. Yeah.
Never not wearing shorts.
Never not wearing shorts.
All year long.
Maybe I wore shoes once in a while, but
And
usually
that's how
flip-flops.
I knew who Kyle Mocha was.
Yeah.
And this is the guy who used to date the girl I dated previously.
Yeah.
We laughed about it. And then, of course, the tryouts for the band and
Yep,
everything
that
like that
all
came
happened.
very shortly after.
Yeah.
So there was that sort of fallback to like, well, this guy.
Yeah, that guy.
And then
what
it
the
just-
hell? Oh, that guy.
It
over
didn't
there.
matter.
Yeah.
None of it mattered.
Yeah.
We became...
That's fucking wonderful.
Very,
I'm so
very
glad
good
your memory
friends.
works better
Yeah.
than mine on some
I'm
aspects.
surprised it does it most
Yeah.
times.
So
See, for me,
Yeah.
shortly after meeting you,
Yeah.
or shortly before meeting you, I had gotten to become friends with Kyle Schumann
Yes.
Yeah.
and was hanging out with a different group of people that was, and we would go into floods and whatnot. And I think I made a comment to Charlie. I'm like, Kyle Schumann and Kyle Mocha just look like they're facially. You guys are the same.
Oh, we had the
people.
same. We had the fucking poof, like
Yeah.
little coif hair
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, that meeting was I walked in when I met Charlie and all of them. I walk into Floods, and this guy I don't know just starts shouting, "Hey, Fat Kyle!" And I look and I'm like, I don't know who you are. I walk up, I'm like, "How's it going? I'm Kyle." And he's like, "Oh shit, wrong guy." And I went, "Well, I don't think so. You know my name. Like, it's Kyle."
I'm Kyle.
And he was like, "No, I was thinking about Fat Kyle." I went, "No, I'm Kyle. I'm fat. I don't
Kyle.
get what's not happening." He's like, "No." And then 3 seconds later, Schumann walks in, and I'm like, "No, it's one of those we're gonna have to talk about this." Same glasses, same hair. He was a little bit more stylish than I was. I was probably still wearing shorts and just a t-shirt.
Oh, he always wore fucking
dressed to the nines.
Italian leather shoes and shit.
Top
yeah.
notch. Yeah.
Now, Zach, do you remember first meeting me at all?
Nope.
You don't remember? I just all of a
You
sudden
remember
was
first meeting me?
part of your life.
No.
Oh,
I
Floods
don't.
for me.
I feel like a lot of times
Floods
I
for
don't
me.
remember shit like that.
Yeah.
I felt like,
I remember first meeting you.
do you?
what was the first meeting of you and Zach?
Was I fucked up?
We were in Floods. Yes, we were both fucked up. Very
Okay,
fucked
we
up.
were both
Yeah.
And
fucked up.
we
then.
had a brain meld, if you will, of
Really?
being fucked up, and we just connected, so to speak.
Oh,
I feel like I can't remember first meeting anyone in my life.
But I remember
most of the
every
time.
like after it was every time. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, like you,
Sir,
both of you
gentlemen.
guys,
Yeah.
and
eternally that guy.
Justin, like
you
you're
know?
just like
We've always
we just met and then we like
sort of
we were
been
just
there.
friends.
For,
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There
Swear
wasn't like
around, man.
I used to see that.
Like
dude around.
met this guy. No,
Yeah.
it's
So
just-
like I met each of you and it was just like, yeah, I met Justin once, but like I can't remember a time when he wasn't my friend.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
both
Yeah,
of you.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Pretty
there was
much.
a time
especially
I met
working,
you, but
working. All of us work in restaurants, bars, everything like that. So between the
Chefs
amount of
and-
servers that you deal with, the amount
oh
of
my god.
dishwashers that you work with, the amount of customers that you see, even if
Yeah.
you're in the back of house
we were
that you
just
just
sort
end
of
up seeing
all
there
on
all
the
the
same
time.
level.
Clicked.
We
At
were
the same
all on
time,
the same
yeah.
spectrum,
Yeah.
very far on to that
Very
spectrum. Now, I mean, for Micah, do you have for Micah over here? For Micah, do you have anything that sticks out to you from the days that we would actually do our little tours? Anything like that? Because being on the
remember.
road. With all of you guys meant that I had to listen to the
A
music
lot.
that you guys wanted to listen
Yeah.
to. And once in a while, Dave or you would be cool with us throwing on Third Eye Blind, and I'd get like my
that
name in there.
became
Oh, that became
not
a
just
lot.
what we were cool with.
That became a
It became
huge
another
influence.
band.
Yeah. Oh, it totally
Waking
did.
Amelia. Like
And-
that was literally the transition.
Yeah.
True.
We all stepped away for a little bit, and then suddenly
Dropped
Dave
the
came
thrice a
back
little
with this
bit.
idea like, why don't we be a little more catchy, poppy? And
Yeah.
we hadn't talked in a while. You and I were still talking.
Yeah,
We
you
went
and
to
I and
Castle
Tyree,
Grayskull
Castle
and all
Grayskull,
that,
we
yeah.
made a bunch of really dumb videos again. Something
Nostalgia, Dave Tyree.
Nostalgia,
I
Dave
just
Tyree.
mentioned it.
It's there.
There you go.
It's there.
We shot him with pellet guns.
You guys
We assaulted
attacked
you.
me. All right,
You were
so
sleeping.
For a while I worked at the airport
Mm-hmm.
down in the ABE airport, and Tyree lived about a mile away from
McCartney
it. So
or somewhere.
right off of
Close.
Catasauqua, in Bethlehem, and I had a mile drive then when I was crashing at his place to go to work. And my job was literally go clean these planes before they have to leave
Take
and stock them.
stuff out of 'em.
And it was like 3 hours.
Was
worth
this
of
the one
work.
where you fucked up? The,
Yeah, it was the one where I crashed into an airplane and then another airplane with a golf
Never
cart.
mind that.
Wait, you
not the
crashed
point.
into an
Yeah, we
airplane
went
with a
over
golf
this.
Yeah, we've done this
Season
before.
one.
We've done this before.
Season 1.
You see, that's so much I don't even remember season
He doesn't
one.
remember.
Race.
He doesn't. I don't remember
Sunglasses.
season 3, episode 1. So I was working there, and we started, hanging out at Tyree's all the time. We called it Castle Grayskull.
Grayskull.
And I was sleeping on his shitty IKEA couch, and you guys, you went somewhere and you went to Walmart and you bought a bunch of fucking pellet guns and stormed the room like the DEA and just full on assaulted me with pellet guns.
Jesus.
And you guys know me. Justin's barged in here before with fireworks. I
Fireworks,
ran
yeah.
right the fuck out of it.
He
I
doesn't
That was
like
a
that
fun
so
time.
much.
When
I'm
Justin
not
ran in the
good
house
with that.
with lit fireworks. What a day that
Crazy,
was.
wide-eyed, and you're just like,
That was probably one of the first times me and you were just hanging out.
just
me
you and I.
you.
Yeah.
The living
I don't
room-
know why I stuck around.
Yeah, this was the
So,
living room.
this
Where
room
you
was
guys
the
are
living
sitting
room.
was the TV.
Yeah.
This was the TV here. That side of the wall was the couches, and there was like a
Drape.
drape over here to separate this room because we had the music stuff and
Yeah.
the house goes through a lot of changes. But anyway, me and Kyle are just watching TV. It's like probably the first time it's just me and you.
Yeah.
And Justin kicks the door open, obviously fucked up.
With
And
fireworks.
With lit
fireworks,
fucking
and shooting them into the
Roman
room.
candles,
Roman candles.
and bottle rockets. Just lit, shooting them into
And I
the
believe you
house
were shouting
us.
at us too. Like
Yeah.
you were
Probably.
adding to the noise, and I just beelined it out there. I was like, "This house is fucking burning
That's
down."
exactly what he
This
did when
house
we
is fucking
jumped
burning.
in with pellet guns.
Yeah, I ran the fuck
Airsoft
away.
guns. Let's call them airsoft.
Airsoft
Yeah, they were
hurt like a
airsoft.
motherfucker too, though. Man.
They do.
We each
You
bought
guys had masks and stuff.
It was like
I
a
was just sitting
semi-automatic
there, half
one and a
naked.
pistol behind us.
Oh, it was
geez.
terrible.
We're like, Kyle,
Wait, you went to Walmart or the hobby spot?
wherever.
Walmart or a hobby
Yeah,
spot. Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, we would hang out at Castle Grayskull, and then we would wind up writing these dumb ideas for short movies that I
Comedy
filmed
videos, man.
on
It's
my
the start.
laptop. I had a built-in camcorder on the, or a little camera on the
Early
laptop,
stuff, man.
and we did Where's Micah, I think was the first
Yes,
one.
that's right.
And what it was basically me sitting there at the computer, because the best way to shoot from a computer is to shoot on the computer. And we're sitting there, and I'm typing, and Tyree and I think our buddy Hardy walk in, and they're like, "Have you seen Micah?" And I'm like, "I don't know where Micah is." They're like, well, "What the hell, man? Why are you acting so weird?" And I just get all high pitched and be like, "What do you mean I'm acting weird, guys? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're fucking acting weird. You get the fuck out of here. Fuck you." And then they'd be like, "Jesus, man, whatever." And they would walk away, and then Micah's head would raise from my lap. And he would just-
Crotch area.
Yeah. He'd be, from, sucking my dick. And he would just go, "Oh, that was a close one." And I'd be like, "Keep going," and push his head back down. So we did it with Where's Micah, Where's Tyree. Then we did Where's the
the cookie?
Michelangelo cookie
Yeah.
jar, where it was the exact same setup, but then a cookie jar of Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle, would raise up, and you or Tyree did the voice,
Yeah.
and it was just like, "Oh, that was a close one." And the one that got lost in time, that was never, I think all of them are off of Funny or Die at this point, but it was,
They're on Funny or Die?
we
Yeah.
posted them on Funny
A
or
lot
Die.
of him and Dave were.
Yeah, and then we posted the one Where's Hardy, and it was like, "Where's Hardy?" And you're talking to him, and all of a sudden we had our buddy Hardy, who's only like
Popped out of the fridge or
5'5",
something.
5'6", something like that. But he's a fucking soldier. He's a sturdy
yes.
fucking man, and
Wait,
we
he
took
was a soldier? What's his first name?
Michael, and he went into Dave's refrigerator, took all of the shelves out, and just fit himself into the lower half of the refrigerator. And the end of the video was him falling out of the refrigerator. And I was like, "Oh, that was a close one." It was just that was a close one, over and over and over again. It was,
Catchphrases, man.
oh, it was a catchphrase for sure. But like I was saying before, tour stuff. Do you remember anything? Because I remember one specific thing that you were very pretty.
Thank you.
You were a very pretty man.
Yeah.
And it was the era of straighten your hair, put your eyeliner on, paint your nails.
Yep.
It was the glam
Yep.
metal resurgence in that scene, post
Scene
Black
kid.
Parade.
Yes,
Scene kid,
yes.
where emo became what people know it
But
as
it wasn't
today.
quite as cool as it was in the
No.
late.
Yeah, not as cool. We were a little ahead of our times and a little behind our times, all at the same time.
Sure.
But the joke,
Time.
the joke I always remember is you brought like I think a very small bag along with you, and we were like, "Where's Micah keep his hair straightener?"
In my.
It's in your
My
asshole
ass.
at all times.
I made that joke yesterday,
Yeah.
and Dave Tyree is going to call me again.
He's
'cause
gonna
he has
keep
now
calling
called
us.
me 3 times.
Yeah, not picking
while
up
we've
right
been,
now.
No, I'm sorry,
not picking
Dave.
up. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Get in the chat,
I
Dave!
can't
what
let
the
you
fuck?
hijack this from me. Yeah, that was. I made that joke yesterday. We were downstairs. He was literally collecting his old drums from my basement
10 years later.
10 years later.
Yeah.
And he said something about, and then I just automatically clicked into hair straightener, and yep, there he is.
There he is.
Pretending to pull it out of my
Because he
ass.
is listening right now.
And it just
probably.
made so much sense. He is.
Yeah.
He said he was going
Oh,
to.
he's gone now.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. We'll call you later, fuck up.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you.
But yeah,
Hell yeah.
that was it. Seamless.
All right, so what would you say if you haven't already said it already?
Sure.
To kind of wrap up this nostalgia
Absolutely.
trip, what would you say is maybe
favorite.
We'll go with two of them. The best memory that you have of you and I, and then the lowest memory of me that you can possibly
the
remember.
lowest.
The
you
moment,
at your lowest?
Me at my lowest, the moment where you went, fuck Kyle, or Kyle's terrible, or Kyle's really in trouble, or Kyle needs help, or Kyle should stop throwing things. So let's start with the good.
Best memory?
What do you think is one memory?
I have a couple.
Okay.
But the one that has been sticking out to me recently, and I didn't elaborate on it yet, but we did mention it, was sitting on top of the van at Warped Tour, watching some of our favorite bands of the time playing Frisbee.
Yeah.
While we got drunk and were burning CDs in the car.
Yeah.
Because
eating up all the gas and AC.
We connected so well over the fact that we said, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
We're going to run the AC.
We're going to run it.
Because we're sweating.
Very hot. It was
We're
115 degrees in Massachusetts.
Coincidentally, the Jack Daniels was not ours. It was Dave Tyrese.
It was
who
Dave
is now
Tyrese.
Calling us multiple times.
Maybe that's why he's calling us.
You might be wondering.
to regain some of that whiskey.
But it was just that was such a classic moment that I remember. I mean, there's countless. Perkins. All over the place, driving around.
One of my earliest memories that I would say is probably my favorite memory, and it's you and I sitting at Perkins, as we always did, and for hours, and people don't understand, 12 hours a night, we would just sit at Perkins, pre-21, it was free refills on coffee, smoke cigarettes all night.
Cheryl.
You needed $5.38 to get through your day if you got a pack of cigarettes and a soda, and maybe buy some fries once in a while. You and I sitting there, and it might have been one of the first times we really, really hung out at Perkins, but Hall & Oates came on. You Make My Dreams Come True.
Yep.
And you and I are just sitting there just like nodding our head, and Dave's talking, whatever, and every time it went, you, ooh, 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 and then we just turned back and just act like we didn't do anything for a while, and then a week later, we're like, what was that song we were singing along to?
We tried to remember
and
for
we couldn't remember it
for a long time.
And I always went, I think it's the DuckTales theme song.
Because it sounds like
exactly like it. All right, so what would you say is the darkest, lowest, weirdest, worst memory, whatever you want to call it, of me in your brain?
I will not call it the lowest.
Okay.
I will not call it the darkest. Well, maybe the darkest. But
was it funny at least? In hindsight?
There's parts that were funny.
All right.
We've gone through many things.
Yes.
You and I.
Yes.
Loss.
Yes.
And things.
Yes.
There were times after our friend Dave DeZambo died.
Yeah.
That we would find ourselves at the bar, and I can't help but laugh at it now because you and I would be the only two people sobbing.
Yeah.
Crying in the middle of what was once front row.
Front row at that point,
or then
I think it had just become
maybe transferring to Jock and Jill's.
O'Malley's,
And everyone would just not know what the hell to do with us because we'd be hugging and sobbing.
So drunk.
And
for
just
months.
I'm so like just hugging and
oh, there they go again.
As much as it's the lowest, it's not. It was also.
I remember one of those nights actually led to a wonderful a union, if you will. One of those nights, you and I got shit-faced, and neither of us were able to drive. And a friend of Dave's that we had met after the funeral came up and was like, you guys are too shit-faced. Like, I know you now from like hanging out a couple of times. Let's go to Triplets and get food. And it was Desiree. And Desiree brings us to Triplets to get food, and me and you both go, you guys got any food challenges? We can eat anything. And they made us a food challenge, and they put everything they could on one burger, and they said, all right, eat that. And like it was like a chicken tender, a fried egg, bacon, everything on a double cheeseburger or whatever. Yeah. And then we ate it all, and we go, what do we get for winning? And they go, you get a slice of pie.
I completely forgot about that.
And then, wonderfully enough, we wind up hanging out at Desiree's house for about a week. She was suspended from work. You and I and her wound up hanging out a lot. We went and saw Hot Tub Time Machine with her. And that was the night that we wound up introducing, inadvertently, her to her future husband, Wayne
absolutely.
Fugate, one of my good old friends,
Good
one
guy.
of Steve Warner's old roommates from California.
Wow, I've heard stories.
And
Amazing how that works.
It just was funny, and then we coated her entire bathroom with Post-it notes while she was at work the one day. Wall to wall, in the shower, everything just coated with Post-it notes. And then she didn't take them off. I don't think she ever took them off. I think she moved out and left them there. And we would just like write dirty, disgusting,
Crazy.
horrible notes to each other. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was a great time. Now
So,
in theme with that, Justin, do you have a quick worst and best, possibly, of what your memories of me are?
I don't think there's ever really been a worse, man. Like, I don't think
that's a good thing to hear about yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
usually I just fall asleep if anything's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's through the same thing. Like, as you get older and whatnot, you know, personalities change. But I mean, I think we've all connected in a certain way. Like, there's a reason why this group of people, that still hangs out. You know what connects. I mean? Or if I see somebody out, it might be like, oh shit, I haven't seen you in a while. And it's just like...
Pick up right where you left off.
You know what I mean?
Pick up right where you left off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zach, any dark, terrible memories of me?
I have terrible memories of me being terrible and you being there for it.
Okay, well, let's go with that. I like that story. What's that story?
I mean, your 30th birthday was a big one.
We did allude to it a little bit earlier.
Me being absolutely horrible.
Horrible.
And you being there.
Sleeping on the trampoline.
Birthdays, a lot.
Any of my birthdays.
You know,
there was the cigar, the cigar birthday. That was good.
We can't really talk about it, but the Great Black Abyss that you're staring to. That was some heavy duty.
I don't know if I would call that a low or anything, though.
Oh, no, that was a low that reached me to a high, for sure.
Yeah.
We got so high, we got low.
We got so high, we got low.
But some highs have been like recently us
actually
all
working,
practicing together.
Again, to bring it back to that show on the 28th
for a long time.
Yeah.
But this is, we've did the open mics and we've done this and that. But this coming up will be the legit first time that me and you have played together.
The three of us, like
as a
it's
band,
like
legitimate.
Well, that's why people keep asking me. They're like, "So what's?" I'm like, "It's brunch," and they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, it's brunch." Brunch with Pat, brunch with Kyle and Pat. I'm like, at this point,
brunch,
it's brunch because every week we're at a single together.
Yep.
So it's kind of silly. So I think from now on, it's just brunch. And if somebody's there with us, it's with them. Because somebody went, somebody at the bar, like, listened to the song, like, oh, that's a funny name for a band, Brunch with Kyle. And I was like, oh, no, it's not like Letters to Cleo. It's not like Sixpence None the Richer. It's like, no, it's not a sentence. It's Brunch is the band with so I think that
brunch.
It's brunch, and it works that way. But again, for the show on the 28th, for anybody that's still listening, and listening before that show, it is, for me, it's going to be the first time that I will play a show ever in my life that I'm playing songs that I did not write. Which is weird because in the past, if I was playing a song I didn't write, I was playing bass. And if I fucked up, I'm in the background kind of a little bit, whatever, and it was like a heavier show. But as a guitar player, I've only ever played my own music. And if I fuck up my own music, who the fuck cares? It's my song. It's just a revision now. Like it's a fucking director's cut of this song when I forgot the lyrics and sang the fucking original lyrics for the first verse a third time because I don't know any of the verses anymore. That's just me at an open mic drunk. Fine. Like, fuck it. Whatever. But this show it's going to be, honestly, this month as a whole has been a lot of work so far. We still have a lot of work to put in, but it's going to be really fucking worth it to have that fucking awesome, to be able to have the culmination of everything that we've been working on, and to play two songs that we promised ourselves we would never, ever, ever, ever have to learn how to play. And then going back and learning, granted, they're not the most difficult songs, but they're long and oddly repetitive and then not repetitive. So that show's going to be great. So if you're listening and it's not yet June 28th in 2019, come down to the Sherman Showcase
watch
and
the show.
check it out. Dead Men, Stoned Eye. It's going to be fucking phenomenal. It's going to be awesome. And
just come get some of that Big Pat Sweat.
It's going to be worth it. Bottle it and save it for the future.
We did see your mom today, by the way.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, we did.
ran into your
Yeah,
mom,
we saw your mom. We were hanging out with her
I
for
like
a couple
how
minutes.
I talk about how much Big Pat sweats and you bring
Well,
up
because
Well, we
we
were
talked to
talking
her
about
it,
how
yeah.
much Big Pat sweats.
Oh, were you? Oh.
And your mom just went, well, you're all big guys, so, you sweat. And I went, yeah, we generate a lot of heat. Thank you. Thank you so much there.
Why did you see my mom?
Outside the
Outside
jukebox.
the jukebox, yeah.
She was selling cigarettes. She was selling Lucy's.
My mom
She was selling Lucy
Lucy's-
Noops.
Yeah, all right.
She had a bunch of Lucy
Yeah, I
Noops
believe
wrapped
it.
up in
What a-
napkins that she stole from the diner down the road.
Yeah.
And she was just selling them.
My poor mother.
Yeah.
Your
No,
poor
that didn't
mother.
happen. I think she was on break. I think
Yeah,
she was on lunch break.
Yeah.
All right, so before we get too far derailed over here, I want to say a big thank you to Micah for coming on the show tonight.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
We've been
wanted
waiting for
big.
so long.
I know.
So
But
long.
then when you finally do it, it's
Yeah.
like the biggest show
Yeah.
Right?
that we've
Yeah.
had.
That's
so
what I had to
far.
wait.
A lot of
I had to
viewers,
wait
a
for
lot
the
of
biggest
viewers
show.
tuned in.
Yeah, this
I'm a
is
So
prima
thank
donna.
you.
What do you want from me?
So a big shout out to Micah, and then a big shout out to Nick Dario. Sorry he didn't show up
Yes.
the last time. Sorry he didn't show up the last time, and you got stuck with
I'll
elbow.
defend elbow at some other time.
You will. You'll have
Other
to
time.
come back, and
I will.
we'll have to
We'll have that
redeem
discussion
elbow
again.
Yeah.
I'll still think it's just a heroin fucking
I'll
Dave
fix
Matthews
you.
band.
I'll
That's
fix
all
you.
it sounds like. Is Dave Matthews on fucking dope?
So many things I could say.
So many things you
Not
can say.
going
That
to.
sounds sort of good to me, though.
But we
Dave
should
Matthews
re-listen
on
to it.
dope.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying that's not what that is.
It's not what that is, but
but
that's
I
what,
defend either of them wholeheartedly.
either of them. All right. And then also, as always, everybody should go and check out our Brother Sister Love podcast from Moot.tv. Let me ask you a question. Also, White Wasabi, once in a blue moon, they throw up a new episode. You can check our podcast along with Let Me Ask You a Question every single Monday
Moot
or
Monday.
Tuesday if Justin and I forget to upload the song or upload the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Fucking
professional,
guys.
dude.
We're
We are
professionals.
professional.
But even professionals crack with pressure.
Oh, that's a whole other can of worms.
There it is. Again, go back to season 2, episode like 3 or 4 with
Another band
Hey
we were in.
Brother. So we, big thank you to those guys over there. As always, a huge thank you to Mr. Justin Olampato
welcome,
for helping
dude.
put all of this together.
Yeah, man.
And Mr. Zachary
Two sunglasses.
Stormin'. 2 sunglasses Stormin' over here. Big
Trace
thank you
sunglasses.
for helping us write the single this
Oh,
week
yeah, dude. Came out great.
and putting
That was
everything together. The single itself will be available shortly in the next couple of days on YouTube. It'll be posted all over Facebook, and you can check that out and share with your friends. Our single from last week is doing wonderfully. We're about to hit 100 views.
Yeah, it's awesome.
100 views, which for us is like 100,000.
It's a great song.
It really turned out so well, and it was the first time I had a lot of people in my family go, "Oh, okay, so we like that. That was a nice song you did there. It's nice when you actually sing, Kyle."
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, and next week I'm going to sing about Jesus. Really tune into it. You'll love that one. And they're all busy building
In a
armies
way.
for Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, before we go to break, congratulations. My brother Craig's having a second baby. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Way to
Bravo.
go.
Good on you,
Bravo.
brother.
Expand that army for Jeebus. Expand that Jeebus army.
The Jeebus
And
army.
as always, we will close here with our wonderful closing theme song. We will see you guys next week when our guest will be Mr. James-O, who will be joining
Oh, no.
us for
Oh, no,
a
not
disgusting soda taste test. Oh my
I
God! Get
previewed
ready
it.
for
It looks
pickle and
terrible.
ranch dressing. It's gonna be
Terrible.
bad.
Oh my God.
It is
Terrible.
gonna. We got him in the next
We
room.
may throw up. I'm not even.
We might
I'm
all
not even
throw
joking.
up. I think
We
James-O
throw
might
the
actually
fuck up.
puke. I think
Yeah.
James-O
It
might
looks
puke.
awful.
He was
I might
really
puke
not
in the
stoked.
next 47 minutes.
All right, and then we're gonna
get
cut
real.
it now. We're gonna cut it now. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in live. Everybody for sticking through the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We love you, and we will see you next week with episode 4 of season 3. And here it is, our closing theme song. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Later.
Mood.tv.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be total experiment.